Hello, my Academy of Online Success family. Welcome to Sunday Night Live, hosted by me, Alexander Herring, President and CEO of the Academy of Online Success. Let me know if you can hear me out there and see well, let me just ask you, can you hear me? Does my volume sound good? Yes, yes. I can hear you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Good. And can you see the screen? The screen looks okay. Still getting lots of yeses, 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 yeses. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. This is the very first Sunday Night Live, and we're going to be doing it every single week from now on. And I will generally be the host of it. And here's what the format's going to be. I'm going to give members of the Academy, people who are already inside, taking courses and learning how to make money online, being taught by Paul Birdsall, our founder, how to build huge lists and drive traffic to any website, monetize those lists, and sell a variety of products, not just the Academy of Online Success. So this presentation is for all of you who are already in and doing that, as well as for people who are just looking. Maybe you received an invitation today or yesterday to this webinar from somebody who's already a student inside the Academy, and you joined the webinar because they invited you. So pay attention carefully, because this is going to be an overview for you as well into what we offer here, what our products are, what they offer, what they can do for people, as well as what our compensation plan is and how that can work as well. We'll go through an example of how that can work. Then we're going to interview somebody every week, someone who's a leader inside of the Academy, someone who's having a lot of success, and someone who's using the products to learn how to be a better online marketer. And this week, our special guest is Andy Sturton from the UK. We are a global opportunity, so people from all over the world are going to get their chance to be interviewed, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it. So we're going to get started here. All right, the first thing we're going to do is go through a review of our products, because we are a product company. The Academy of Online Success sells online or internet marketing training products, very in-depth products in the form of video tutorials, step-by-step instructions, guides, audio, webinars, live events, all kinds of products. So we teach people how to drive traffic on the internet to any opportunity, and how to capture that traffic, and how to turn that list of subscribers, the people who came to the whatever website you sent them to, into money, and how to maximize that return on the investment in building that list, because we know secrets about it that not everybody knows, and we share them all inside of the Academy. So the first product, Instant Traffic Bootcamp, is our $25 entry-level product, and it also gets you list mastery. And what do these things do together? Well, they get it right at the core of what making money online is all about. You may not have even heard this before, or been familiar with this before, because not everybody shares these kinds of basics. Quite honestly, if they do, they might be charging $5,000 or even $10,000 to get these basics here that we are giving away for $25 a month cost inside of the Instant Traffic Bootcamp and List Mastery course. What they do is they teach how to build a list. Not just, we don't just say, hey, the money's in your list, now go build one. We actually show people how to do it very economically so that it costs as little money or no money whatsoever to market to build that list. And to do that, you have to drive traffic. So that's what the Instant Traffic Bootcamp does. It teaches people how to drive traffic today, not 6 months from now or a year from now, although we teach that as well inside of the academy. But people need to get instant traffic to their website, whatever it is they're promoting, and we show them how to do it both with paid advertising opportunities and free advertising opportunities. There are tons of both covered inside of the Instant Traffic Bootcamp. And then when people are driving traffic, they'll be building the list, and we show them exactly how to build the list, as I said, not just economically, but to maximize its profit potential for people. So that's what Instant Traffic Bootcamp and List Mastery are all about. Now, the 30-day challenge course is our next course, which is a more advanced level. And as it says in its title, this is a 30-day course. This is literally a lesson a day for 30 days, where you're looking over the shoulder of our founder, Paul Birdsall, who's made over $15 million marketing online over the past 12 years. And you're going to be looking right over his shoulder as he not only educates, instructs, which implies that it could just be verbal and you're taking notes, but actually demonstrates by the power of being able to look at his screen while he is on the computer, his own computer, and showing you exactly what it is that he's doing. So for that day, there will be a particular lesson that he's going to cover. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. He'll cover a certain lesson, and then he'll give you homework, which is, now do what I just did. And you will go that evening, and whether you break this down into a longer period than 30 days is up to you, but we show you how to do it step by step, 30 days. And you will follow along, and each night you'll take care of doing that piece of homework that Paul asked you to do. And then you'll build on that so that the next day you've now learned something and you've implemented it in your business. And you're ready to move forward. You're ready to learn more, getting deeper and deeper and deeper into making money online, having the right kind of mindset, and how to be a leader and think like a leader, and how to build teams, and all of that kind of stuff that is a part of making money online, learning how to drive traffic, learning how to monetize that traffic. Finally, our residual advertising blueprint product is a product that teaches people how to drive traffic residually over the long term. So the goal of this product is different from the Instant Traffic Bootcamp, because this product, we're teaching you how to drive traffic that can literally run forever. It's much more of a build things that we show you how to build, websites that are going to drive traffic and make sales for you, even while you may not pay any attention to them once they're built, for maybe even a few minutes a month. So you're putting in time now to learn how to build a little money-making machine online, and maybe you build lots of them, so that 3 to 5 years from now, you're making several $1,000s a month of completely residual, recurring revenue from the residual advertising blueprint. Paul says if he had it to do over again, even though he's made the most money by knowing how to build a huge list very economically and monetizing it, he wishes he had done more of this kind of residual advertising work, because you put in, it's sort of like farming. You plant the seeds and you may not see much for a while, and then someday down the road you're going to just have a huge crop on your hands. So that's what our products look like. And again, we are a product company. we sell real products with real value to people who want to learn how to make money online. We don't just have a opportunity, although we do have an opportunity which we think is terrific, but it isn't just an opportunity, and we have standalone products that many people are going to buy and use to simply build whatever other opportunity they have decided to build on the internet. Remember, there are literally thousands of different niches out there. Niches for everything from hair hair growth to dating, to finding the right person, to all kinds of making things, jewelry, all sorts of things um, you can make money with them. But all of these things are things that we teach you how to make money. Doesn't matter which ones of those are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. We teach you how to make money with it. So these standalone products are incredibly valuable. But the financial opportunity is extremely exciting, and the best way to give you an overview of it is simply to give you an example, to show you how it can be done. And what we call that example is the 10-week retirement plan. Now the 10-week retirement plan turns a $25 purchase of our basic product into a $50,000 a month income in 10 weeks, simply by sharing your Academy of Online Success affiliate link from just 4 paid members. Now that sounds like a pretty tall order, but I'm going to show you how it can be done. And this is, of course, not a guarantee that you will do it. Some people will do it, but we have no way of knowing who's going to actually implement everything we tell them and make this goal their reality. But it could be you. It will be some of you. I don't know which ones of you it will be. And some people are going to not make that kind of number, but it'll still be significant for what they want. So the compensation highlights are as follows: $25 to get started in our basic product. That's what the product costs to join the Academy, to start with our Instant Traffic Bootcamp and start learning. Now, to sell that product, you also make 100% commission when you sell that product. So as far as your training goes, you're breaking even on your first paid member on the sale of your first training product. So your training product is now free. You get paid directly into your bank account all over the world. We have, I think it's over 200 countries that the Academy of Online Success can allow you legally to be an affiliate, and our e-wallet company will pay you in a variety of different methodologies. So here's how it works. All we're going to say is you refer your first 4 members into our $25 program, and you keep the person 1 and 3, and person 2 and 4 get passed up to your trainer or sponsor. Now, if you're thinking that's a bad thing, just hang on, because you're probably used to thinking in job terms where you're trading time for money, and giving away some of your money sounds like a bad thing. That's linear income, and I'm going to show you leveraged income, massively leveraged income. You're about to see how this can wind up being a terrific thing for you. So week 1, you make your 4 referrals, and you pass 2 up. You keep 2, and so 2 times 25 is $50. In week 2, those people each get their 4, and they pass 2 of them up to you for 4 new people. So 4 times 25 is $100, and you now have $150 monthly income. Week 3, you get your 4 people each get their 4. Now, you are not getting any more yourself. Just the people who have joined you in the business are getting their 4. Everybody is just getting 4. You got your 4, and then you're getting people beneath you who are passing up 2 of their 4 that they get. So 8 times $25 is $200. You now have a $350 monthly income after 3 weeks. Not bad, huh? After 4 weeks, your 8 get their 4 and pass up 2 of them each to you for 16 new people. 16 times 25 is $400. You now have a $750 monthly income. This is now getting to be a nice car payment, maybe an inexpensive mortgage or rent. It's getting to be significant. In week 5, your 16 get their 4, and they pass up 2 of them each to you for 32 new people. Now, 32 times $25 is $800. You now have a $1,550 monthly income. That's getting to be like a lot of, way more than a car payment, right? A lot of people are starting to have rents covered or mortgages covered. So it's getting to be even more exciting. But in 6 weeks, look at it. This is the 6th week. Everybody's just getting 4 a week. And then that's all they get. Their first week, they get 4, and then it's just building. And here we are in week 6. You get 64 people passed up to you, times $25, that's $1,600. You now have a $3,150 monthly income. This is where a lot of people can now start thinking about going full-time. They can maybe start quitting their job. It's a nice annual income, especially if it keeps going this way. Or they could bring a spouse home or significantly cut back on their hours. In week 7, your 64 people get their 4. They pass up 2 of them each to you for 128 new people. Multiply that by $25, that's a $3,200 income. Add that on top of what you were making before, and it's a $6,350 monthly income. In week 8, you're 128. This is where it really starts getting crazy. They pass up 2 for 256 new people. Multiply that by $25, that's $6,400. You now have $12,750 monthly income in 60 days. 60 days, folks. Now it starts getting really crazy, so we only go through the 10th week because it would just be too much probably for any of our minds to handle this working out like this. Your 256 get their 4. They pass up 2 of them each to you for 512 new people. Multiply that by $25, and that's $12,800. You now have a $25,000 plus monthly income in 9 weeks. See, this is just 4 people getting 4. They join, they get 4, and then that's it. Your 512 get their 4 and pass up 2 of them each to you for 1,024 new people. Multiply that by $25, and that's a $25,000, $600 a month income. Add that on to what you were making before. It's a $51,150 monthly income. See, I said we could get to $50,000, right? And we did. Now, here's the recap. You invested $25. You referred 4 paid members yourself. You're making $51,150 in monthly residual income. Now let's just say let's just say everything I just went through fails by 90%. Okay? The numbers were huge. It seemed to go perfectly. Of course, that's not going to happen for everybody. We're not saying it does. I hope you're not so naive that you think that I'm guaranteeing this is what's going to happen for you, or we just don't know, because it's going to be based on each individual person's efforts and how they implement the training and how hard they work at it and how much they invest into their advertising, etc. So let's just say we fail it by 90%. You'd still be making over you'd still be making over $5,000 a month. Isn't that still worth it? Isn't that still an exciting income? Isn't that still something that would probably change your life if that happened for you? I think for almost everybody that would be life-changing income for pretty much anybody. So even if it was half of that, it would be a significant success after 10 weeks. So is it going to happen exactly like this? No, it's of course not. Could it? Um, sure, it could. How many people are going to refer more than 4? Because remember, I was only using an example here of people only referring 4. And we are seeing people referring a person a day. I see that all the time, all the time. So it is certainly possible for people to refer more than 4. I think if you started referring people to the academy, if you started doing it, you'd probably want to, why would you stop at 4? You'd keep on going, wouldn't you? And how many people who you bring in might also um, bring in 4? So if you found somebody who was working as hard as you were and you helped them to continue in the business and to grow in the business, let's say you are each getting 4 per week, not just 4 and then stopping. Wouldn't that be terrific? You'd be getting 2 people passed up from that guy or gal every single week. And I haven't even told you about the fact that we have the ability for people to make $100 recurring monthly commissions and $500 one-time commissions. So this example was just based on the $25 a month, the $25 a month commission, and we still got to $50,000 a month of residual income. So just take it into account that there is a lot more potential than what I showed you, because we've got the ability for you, if you so desire, to also earn $100 recurring revenue commissions and $500 one-time commissions. So didn't even factor that in. Didn't want to blow your minds even more than this probably did. And if it didn't, well then good. You may have a terrific future in this, because it's good to think big. As in our example here, we wanted to hit $50,000 a month, but even if we fail that by 90%, is it so bad if we still get to $5,000 a month? I'm going to tell you, I would be happy to fail some goals by 90% sometimes. And this is one I think a lot of people would be happy to achieve, even if it's a quote unquote failure. Now, I'm going to try and find our special guest tonight, Andy Sturton. I'm looking for you, Andy, in the names, but I'm not seeing you. So if you're on and you can raise your hand, let me know. And it's 2 a.m. in the UK, so poor Andy, I was going to get him up and talk to him, but I'm not sure if he was able to get up because it is 2 a.m. there. I've been starting to work with people all over the world, so I've implemented the global clock, the world clock on my iPhone, and it's almost 2:30 in the morning in England. So Andy, I'm looking for you. I don't see you on here, but if you are, please jump on and raise your hand and let me see you. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Stephen Sadler. Stephen, if you can hear me, maybe we can have you jump on and I'll interview you a bit, because Stephen's also a terrific leader here and many years of experience marketing online. So Stephen, are you there? Can you raise your hand for me and let me know if you're there? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get you. Stephen.
Alec, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing very well. Doing very well this evening. It's not quite 2:30 in the morning here, so it's a little bit easier. to be online with you.
I know. Yeah, you're on. Are you on Eastern time or you're on Central in
We're on
Tennessee?
Central Time here. We're on Central
Okay.
Time.
Yeah. Well, so same time for me. Well,
Yeah.
you and I have known each other for kind of we've gotten to know each other much better in the past few months, but you've been around this business for quite a while. You've been doing a lot of network marketing as well as online marketing and building a list and all of that kind of stuff. How long have you been doing that?
Well, as far as the network marketing goes, that goes way back, probably to the mid '90s. Was in and involved and did a few things, and kind of got out of it and went in a different direction for a while. And I would say, let's see, my son's 9, so about 9 years ago, started looking at some other options, and
Mm-hmm.
again went back to kind of the offline traditional network marketing, and just really wasn't, my heart wasn't in it. So I moved on and jumped online probably about 3 years ago,
Hmm.
and have just started working my way to where we are today.
Hmm. So you've known Paul for those whole 3 years, or how long
No,
have you
actually,
known Paul?
Paul, I would have to say probably about 2 years ago,
Okay.
when he started one of his other, one of his, he had started sharing some information online, or one of his systems online, and that, really liked what he was teaching, and started helping me kind of move forward with that. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, probably about 2 years ago, when I actually met up with him and uh, started learning from the master.
Uh-huh. So when you were doing your traditional network marketing stuff back in the day, back in the 90s, you were doing like nutritional companies and traditional MLM kind of stuff?
It was traditional, actually, with the company. I'm sure one or two people out there have heard of. I started with Amway.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure that there's many people that have gone through network marketing that hasn't come through Amway. But that's where I started, and actually was doing pretty decent with it, I guess, comparatively. But things come around and change your direction sometimes, whether you want it to or not. But usually it ends up for the best.
Mm-hmm. Well, and so what was the methodology that you were taught to use to generate leads for your business? And like, what exactly did you do? Did you have home parties?
We drew a lot of circles.
A lot of
we
bubbles?
a lot of circles. Drew a lot of circles.
Uh-huh.
Had to, you chatted with people, and just you shared the plan. I guess is what STP. Always show the plan or share the plan.
Yep.
And at that point in time, it was just, of course, we weren't deep into the internet technology at the point, so all of it was face to face, and rejection was right in front of you.
Yeah,
But
you've gotta.
we had weekly meetings, and monthly seminars, and I sat down many a bar top and restaurants and stuff, one on one with people, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and after I ran through the family and they all ran me out, then I moved on to the friends that I had left, and worked on them for a while, and then
That's, yeah,
uh,
that's hard, isn't it?
it's
When you're building it that way and you're like literally hammering your own friends and family and you're dealing with that rejection right in your face. And now,
right,
even if it's not mean, it still hurts, it's still.
right,
So how has I mean, would you go back to that kind of thing? Or now that you've
absolutely,
just,
absolutely not. It depends on how you're doing it. I love what the internet brings to the table, and what we can actually do with it out there. I think the biggest thing is, once you see things and get things going, you start building a little confidence in what's going on. And I tell you, when somebody tells you no now, it's like hey, you're lost, bud. Whatever. We can still be
Mm-hmm.
friends as long as I'm in town and not on the beach. Because I know you'll be working and I'll be out. But it builds your confidence a little bit. No, no, I wouldn't go back to the traditional way only.
It, it's
Um, but I still have no problems now, sitting down with somebody and showing them what we've got going on here. I mean, and
yeah.
taking it live and taking it offline.
Well, it's
Um,
a different.
you
It's
know,
such a different posture, isn't it? When you're,
right? Absolutely,
I mean, when
absolutely.
you're making it actually work for you, and you're saying, "Look, guy, I'm just trying to help you. I've got something here that I know works, and if you're not interested, that's okay, but your loss,
Right,
right?" And you,
absolutely.
whereas when you're building something, and we've all, well, maybe not all of us, but probably most of us have built something that was the traditional way. And in the beginning, and even 10 years into it, how many people are really making any kind of money at all that you
Right.
can share with people and say, look, I made an extra, even if it's $1,500 a month. I mean, if you could show your friends and family, hey, I actually made a profit of $1,500 this month doing this, it would have been, even then, it would have been easier, right? It would have been a lot more. But it's hard, so hard for people to get to that point, you know?
It
It,
it takes a lot.
it's,
A lot of people won't go that far. They
yeah.
won't give it that much time to get there.
And it is, um, well, tell me a little bit now about now the products that we have here at the Academy and how it's different from the old way of marketing. Because, you know, we don't teach people how to go make money offline. We're not teaching people how to go door to door selling vacuum cleaners. This is about online making money where you're sifting through thousands of prospects and there's a system that they go through and the right ones pop out. How is that better? I mean, how does that make your life better and
I,
more?
I love when Paul shows this when Paul draws the circles for me. That is key. If I could have had somebody do that for me long ago, it would be a lot easier. But I think, like you said, I mean, first of all, you're sifting through thousands or millions. First of all, you now have thousands of millions, and you don't even have to walk out the front door in a whole
Mm-hmm.
day if you don't want to. You can get up and get online and chat with people with your bedhead, the worst bedhead you ever had, and not have to worry about anybody thinking, "Gosh, he's scary looking."
Yeah, right.
So
Doesn't
it
matter.
just opens up the opportunities for you out there to be able to do this at at a higher rate, I guess, to affect more people than you could simply trying to hit them one by one, um,
Mm-hmm.
with the presentations and the internet and what you've got going. The opportunity to put it across in front of hundreds of thousands of people is just
Yeah, really. I always
a
think
lot.
about that number of people who go onto Google every month around the world and type in things like work from home or home-based business or make money online, and it's just a staggering number. It's millions and millions of people. I mean, and then, you know, it's not like we're here to just knock traditional MLM companies because they do offer a tremendous value, but so often they're not in every country, and they're shipping physical products and you're trying to get them to Jamaica, but they're not approved in Jamaica. And, it's just
Right.
one thing after another. Whereas here, the Academy's global, you got an internet connection and you're, you know, any kind of normal country, you're going to be able to get on our website and log in and you're going to learn what we teach you. And if you so desire, you can become an affiliate and start using the opportunity as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
So,
like you said, not knocking any of the offline because you know they are still. I mean, it's still great for some people and people who enjoy doing that. But it's also an opportunity to share with the person that comes up to you and tries to sell you on something like World Ventures or another Amway. Say, listen, hey, it's a great opportunity, but if you've got other people who are struggling, let me show you how to help them.
mm-hmm,
You know, this will train them when you can't on how to build their own business. So I think that's another great outlet people need to look at.
yeah. So tell me how our products are making you a better marketer. What, yeah, I know you've been involved with this, so it's a little bit like you're one of the instructors and one of the founders, but at the same time, we're all affiliates too. What, whether it was putting them together or now that they are completely together, what's changed about the way you're marketing? What have you learned and implemented that's made
Well,
you
there,
better and more successful?
you know, and Alec, there's still areas that I haven't been able to even start thinking about implementing. Paul's got so much stuff in here that are things that even seasoned marketers I've never, you know, heard of through some of the guys that I follow out there or have followed out there. You know, he's taught me big things, and again, leading up to this, some of that came in just leading up to this, learning to you know, market myself and different things like that, and just definitely stay away from you know, sending somebody to a single opportunity.
Uh-huh. Right.
You know,
That's
you're sharing ideas with them and you're helping them along the way and just letting them know, you know, hey, I'm using this to learn how to do this. You know, I think it'd be a great fit for you.
mm-hmm.
And then you just kind of, you don't scare them off just saying, look, you need to get into this or I'm not talking to you, kind of a deal. So,
Right.
and then just the little methodologies that he's used out there to get things moving have been a great help for me.
Yeah, I actually was talking to a guy who joined me yesterday, and he's been a number of different companies. We've known each other for a while and have done some of the same things at the same time. And I got in touch with him and I said, "Hey, have you taken a look at the Academy of Online Success? Because yeah, I'm the president and CEO now, and like maybe I'm partial, but I think it's really cool. You should take a look at it." And so he took a look, and then we talked on the phone afterwards, and he said, I'm really interested in this. This is really intriguing because I've been looking for one kind of the one-stop shop where I could learn all the things I need to learn, and I just haven't found it. I learn a couple things at this place, and I learn a couple things at another place, and this one place tells me safe lists are a bad idea, and this other place says, yeah, safe lists are a good idea. And I, you know, I don't know where to get all of my training and all of everything I need to know in one place. And I think I just found that.
Absolutely.
So it was pretty cool to hear from a guy who's been around and has done a lot of things to say, yeah, this needs to be a central part of what I'm doing, not just for me to learn, but for people I'm bringing into my businesses, into my opportunities. I can point them to now the academy and say, well, if you're not a master marketer, here's where you should go to learn that. And we'll use that to build this other opportunity if we want to. So, yeah, it's been, speaking of opportunity, I know we've just launched a week ago, isn't it? Just incredible. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
was months and months and months and months and months of planning and putting everything together. And we've just been launched for a week. I mean, we have thousands of people who have joined, and it's really taken off. But it's only a week into this, and my plans and Paul's plans are to be here for years to come. So it's pretty neat, and I think that there's a lot of interest in the compensation plan? Maybe you can tell us a little bit, like, things you've done in the past, whether they were affiliate programs, they might have paid a 50% commission, or maybe in your MLM programs, it might have been even more like 10% or 12% commission on the product. How is it different now building
You know,
100%?
in the MLM programs, you never have any idea what you're getting paid. So it's like, well, yeah, we're saying that you make 18% on the third line down, but then when you really start looking at it, it's, where are they coming up with these numbers? So it's
Mm-hmm.
really hard there, and you can get a lot, right off the bat with a lot of those companies, but then the next month
Right.
that levels out to $1.50 or something like that, and it's like, okay, so now I've got to get back into it, and if I want to maintain that, then I have to do the same thing month after month after month, which is work hard and go through the numbers. And and don't get me wrong, I have no problems doing that, and we'll still continue to do that even with the academy. But and as far as affiliate marketing goes, I mean, there's no comparison. 90% on affiliate marketing is still not 100%. And once I've gotten paid on that, that's it. I'm done. I mean, I have to go do it
Right.
again also with
Exactly.
that. Um,
That's a
excuse me,
really
with what?
important point.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
it's
what?
such, it's not
Go
just
ahead.
100% commission, but it's the recurring revenue.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So, sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. That's just going to say you're right. It's recurring revenue off of, not off of, the 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 one person that you introduced to it, but the recurring revenue that is going to come from helping that one person or those four people, continue to build their groups. Just
Mm-hmm.
like the numbers you showed a while ago, or just the potential of four people, and I can have 64 people in a very short period of time, and it's just it's that part of the compensation is just phenomenal. That that you guys were able to come up with that and lay that plan out, where
Mm-hmm.
it's really a special compensation plan that would allow you to, after you really get it rolling, take off some time and really go to the beach, or go wherever you want to go up and visit Paul in Canada, or
Yeah,
whatever you want to do.
up by
Uh,
Banff.
yeah, and it just and not have to worry so much about it, and just know that your team's going to continue to grow. As long as you support them, then what they do is going to be supporting you too.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things that's so true, I mean, something that is an opportunity, the quicker we can show a person to, first of all, just break even on their product, and then start putting a little bit of money in their own pocket after the end of the month. If you can make that happen within 30 to 60 days, you're so far ahead of the game in versus traditional network marketing companies and MLM companies, because here you can get started for $25, and then one person, if you make if one person joins, your $25 product is now free. Whereas I've built lots of MLM programs where the monthly, the minimum monthly cost to join was like $150 a month, and that was the minimum. So it's, we're talking times the cost to join. And then your commission, if you brought someone in, your recurring revenue might have been like $10 or $15. So
Right.
there's your person you brought in spending 150, and you're getting 15. So not counting whatever first month kind of bonuses they pay out, your recurring revenue is, you're gonna need a lot of people. You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
it's so key to be able to get people profitable quickly, or even break even.
Just break even. Right.
Yeah, because then you're gonna keep them in your business much longer, and we can do that really quickly here.
And if they know they're not having to, they are spending, but if they know that whatever they put in each month they're getting back, and
Mm-hmm.
if they just have two people doing it, they're actually making a little bit of income each month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason for them to go anywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
they're
I,
learning and they're
right,
making money.
right, and that's in some of these businesses that I did offline. I mean, heck, if that had just been that way, I mean, my um, whole life might have been different with them too. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's
Sure.
it's definitely true that helps out a lot, to just to know that you're not putting money out there uh, without seeing some sort of results, even if it is just breaking even or
Right.
making
It's
$25 a month or something like that.
exactly. So many people have done so many things where they've never made one penny and they have to face there's always the spouse, they've got
Yeah.
to
Oh
face
yeah.
the spouse at the end
Oh
of the
yeah.
month when the spouse says, you spent $200 on this affiliate marketing, network marketing, what, how much did you make? $50. What? That's never a fun conversation to have.
Absolutely. Alec, I've been there too. Like I
Sure.
said, I've
Yeah.
been online for a while, and when I get into something, I get into it hard. And I
Yeah.
think when I first jumped in, there's a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of systems. There's a lot of great systems out there, but so many of them I kept finding in the beginning that were anywhere in a level that a new person was willing to invest in. There, they either wasn't enough information in there to really get you going, or they were all more rah rah and no direction. And don't get me wrong, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I believe in being motivated, and I love the motivational part. But if I don't have a step by step guide when I'm brand new, then I'm going to have to look somewhere else. So, but I guess my point was I spend a lot of time. So it wasn't necessarily always the money either. It's like, what the heck have you
Right.
been doing down
Right.
there on that
Right.
computer for hours and hours, and
Uh-huh.
but you don't understand, honey. We're going to get rich doing this.
Yeah. I'm
You've been
learning.
doing that for 6 months. Where's the money? So,
Uh-huh.
it's time to come up and watch TV, and then you sometimes get to that point where you feel like that, but it's not, if you're out there in this other world. But I think, again, with, like you said, with the academy, I mean, obviously, just knowing you're breaking even, and, even $25 a month is, worth a couple of extra hours a night in some cases,
Mm-hmm.
because you see it going in a positive direction. And, I,
Mm-hmm.
that's just, yeah, it's not always just the
Positive.
money that you hear from your wife on. So,
No, no, it is getting to that positive. To getting to that, well, I might have spent 25 or 50 or $100 this month, but look, I made that 50 or $100 a month too, and it keeps them focused. It helps people to think, hey, I can do this. And that's such an important thing to happen, is when you can finally when you finally know you can do it. It's a big mindset change for people, and then they can start thinking a little bit bigger. Well, what if I could make $500? I mean, if I can make 100, why can't I make five? And then they go for that. And then they go, well, if I can make $500 a month, I wonder if I could make 5,000 a month. You know, once you start making a little bit of money, you can really start, especially here at the academy with our compensation plan, you can really start thinking bigger pretty fast.
right.
So I know it's a Sunday night. We're not going to keep people too much longer, but maybe you can tell me, you've been making some money. We've only launched a week ago, but I know we were talking the other night, and you've actually been making pretty good money. I think, like, in 1 week of launching, a lot of people would be okay with that as an income for their whole month from their job. And tell us a little bit about your vision, like where you see this going for you, and what what's the importance of your goals to you and to your leadership and team building and that kind of thing.
At first in any opportunity, and I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not about you, or if you help enough other people, you've got to help. I always feel selfish when I say this in the beginning, but you got to help yourself first. And
Mm-hmm.
I see that happening already. So once you get where you can comfortably say, look, I'm good. I mean, I've still got a long way to go, and if I'm making 100,000 a month, I'm still going to have a long way to go, and it doesn't have anything to do with greed. It's
Mm-hmm.
just taking the goal and putting it on the next, going to the next level with it. But I, what I would really like to see is I would like to see the people that I introduce to it be able to say, hey, I'm good. Now
Yeah.
let me help the people they introduce. Teach me how to help these guys get to that level. And that's really what I see. When I went full time in this, of course, that's a scary thing to do, to just say, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not doing anything else, and really,
It
really,
is.
really burning the boats.
Yeah.
There's a difference between saying, "Oh, I've burned my boats," and burning the boats. I mean, I had,
Uh-huh. And actually
you know,
do it.
yeah, actually committing to it, and that's a scary thing to do. But then what I realized was even more scary was when somebody you bring in says, "Look, man, this is what I'm going to do. I'm burning my boats," and they mean it in a different aspect. And now you're like, wait a minute. So, uh, that I had that happen, and it really kind of shifted where my thoughts were. And it's I want to see these guys that I bring in burn their boats. I want to see these
Mm-hmm.
guys hang it up and come hang out with us, all the time,
Mm-hmm.
whenever they want, and where we don't have to wait for big events. We can just say, hey, let's meet up, down on the beach, or let's meet up in Vegas or in Colorado and go snow skiing for a weekend, and nobody have to convince their bosses that they need that time off, or that their children are sick or something like that, so that they can get away for a day or something.
Yeah.
So I see a big team, but I see helping as many people get there as we can,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really my goal in the short version, I guess.
That's a that's a great goal. That's very well put, Stephen. Our guest is Stephen Sadler, even though our screen says Andy Sturton. We'll see if we can get Andy next weekend. But Stephen, I think this is, you summed it up great there at the end. That is what this is about, and it's hard when you're still trying to take care of where you need to start with, which is with you, like you said. It's hard to have that vision to the next step, which is, all right, now I'm going to start shifting my focus a little bit farther afield. I'm going to help that guy and that guy and that gal, and I'm going to help each of them get to 5 grand a month. You know, what do I need to do to get them to the next level? And then that really is fun, and it's so rewarding, I guess. Life has to be rewarding in its true way, not just in, the superficial material kind of way, but to look back on your life and feel like, yep, I was able to get that person out of the job that they hated, or I was able to help that person retire in a way that they didn't think was possible, or I was able to help that person live a lifestyle with their family and their kids that they never thought would happen for them. That's a good feeling. That's a way to wind up at the end. So thanks for sharing that, and great getting your insights. Thanks for jumping in here,
Well, Alec, I
Stephen.
appreciate it. I appreciate you
Yeah.
calling on me, and I definitely appreciate all the work that you and Jay and Paul and Jamie put into this, and I think you
Oh,
guys have
likewise,
done
man.
a phenomenal job with what you've put together out there.
Well, thank you. Thanks for your fantastic leadership, and I I can't wait to see you having the big team and getting the leaders for the meeting in Colorado for the weekend or at some beach somewhere. And keep me in mind when that happens. I might be able to free some things up.
That's right.
So, all right, Stephen Sadler, our special guest tonight. I appreciate it very much. And Academy of Online Success family, we care about you here at the Academy. Now, you were sent this link from somebody to be on this webinar. Now, if that's the case and you are not already inside as a member, then I suggest you get back to that person. Don't you, Stephen? I suggest they get back to that person that invited them and have a
As
discussion if you need more information or
as
if you
quickly
need
as
to,
they
yeah, as quickly as you can. Maybe you need to
as quickly as they
rewatch the
can dial
video.
their number.
Yeah, absolutely. So get back with the person that invited you to this webinar, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside of the Academy of Online Success. This is Alexander Herring and my special guest, Stephen Sadler, signing out.